All right. Speaking of Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens calling out Teofimo Lopez. Teo got a lot on his plate. You know what I'm saying? Teo is in major negotiations and has big boots to fill now that Teo's been calling out Terrence Crawford, Gervonta Davis. Who else Teo been calling out? Devin Haney. Anybody Teo looking for the big fight, the big payday. Teo won't smoke. He calling folks out their names, little racial slurs, but we not gonna play the race game with them. I'm a Teofimo fan. I like to watch Teofimo. But big news, Bob Arum has announced that negotiations between Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Boots Ennis are now underway. And just last week, we were calling Jaron Boots Ennis a duck. And just when I thought Boots couldn't get any dumber, he goes and does something like this and totally redeems himself. I love it. That's one of my favorite scenes on Dumb and Dumber. But seriously, y'all, I like the fight. I think it's a wonderful fight. Jaron Boots Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez. And a lot of people think Boots is just going to slaughter gang and walk over Teofimo Lopez, and that could be the case. I'm not opposed to saying he won't or will not. But I cannot negate the fact that Teofimo Lopez has a major experience advantage over Jaron Ennis. Teofimo Lopez also has his best performances in big fights. Teofimo Lopez also has had some of his biggest knockouts in Madison Square Garden, and that's exactly where this fight will take place, is what I'm hearing. Teofimo Lopez is scheduled to fight in MSG in March of 2025. So I imagine that they're trying to negotiate this fight. Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn in the zone, they are trying to negotiate this fight. And I really believe it's going to happen. Now that it's out in the news, because Jaron Ennis was just in the news for ducking Virgil Ortiz. The last thing Boots will want to do right now is shy away from this fight with Teofimo Lopez if Teofimo is indeed willing to step up and call out Boots. I think it's a wonderful fight, and if it's going to happen in March, that's just another big fight card to add to the first quarter of the year. So I'm looking forward to it, man, and that brings us to today's question of the day. All right. Today's question of the day is, how do you as a boxing fan feel about the news of Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis being in negotiations? Do you want to see that fight happen? Who do you think wins if the fight happens? Be sure to hit us up. The phone lines are open. You can also drop down in the comment section. This is a live stream. It's being filmed in the wee hours of the night. So if you don't get to call in, be sure to drop down in the comment section. Let us know how you feel about this news about Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis having a possible showdown in Madison Square Garden in March. The number to hit us up at is 213-495-7337. Once again, that number is 213-495-PEDs. We don't believe in cheating, but sometimes if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Hit us up, 213-495-7337. And also, if this fight is made, I expect it to be a big fight card. Bob, they're going to put something real big together for this fight card.